Back in 2013, Beautiful Creatures hit theaters, a movie that promised to be the next big young adult saga in the style of Twilight or The Hunger Games. It had all the right ingredients: a forbidden romance, a hidden magical world, and an ancient curse. But something didn't click. The film received mixed reviews, failed to connect with a broad audience, and the franchise was abandoned. The story was left unfinished, at least on screen. What many don't know is that Beautiful Creatures is just the first chapter of a 4-book literary saga known as the Caster Chronicles. And what follows after the movie is darker, more epic, and more emotional. Today, I'm going to tell you everything that happens in books 2, 3, and 4. The real story of Beautiful Creatures, the one the movie never showed you. The story takes place in Gatlin, a small, conservative town in the American South, where Ethan W.A.T., an ordinary teenager dreaming of escaping his monotonous life, starts having strange dreams about a mysterious girl. He soon finds out that the girl is real. Her name is Lena DeChans, a newcomer in town and the niece of the enigmatic Macon Ravenwood, the most feared and reclusive man in the community. Lena is a caster, meaning she comes from a family with magical powers, and she's about to turn 16, a crucial age in her world. That's when she'll be claimed by either the light or the dark, which will determine her fate as a spellcaster. Unlike other casters, Lena doesn't get to choose her path. She'll be forced to join one side based on her true nature. As Ethan and Lena grow closer, they face the disapproval of Gatlin's townsfolk and the threat of powerful dark casters, including Sarah Fine, Lena's mother, and Ridley, her cousin. In the final confrontation, Lena believes that Ethan has died during the magical reenactment of the Battle of Honey Hill. But she later discovers that the one who actually died was Macon Ravenwood, her uncle, who sacrificed himself by taking Ethan's form to save her and partially break the curse that was forcing her toward the dark. Devastated and afraid that the caster world will continue to endanger Ethan, Lena decides to erase his memories of their relationship to protect him from both heartbreak and the magical conflict surrounding them. The movie ends several months later. Ethan, apparently with no memory of Lena, stops by the library before leaving town with Link to visit colleges. Lena gives him a book filled with meaning, and although he doesn't seem to recognize her, there's a hint of a connection. On the road, Ethan drives past the Gatlin welcome sign and sees it has been magically altered. Suddenly, he remembers Lena and calls out her name. She hears him from afar, suggesting their bond is stronger than any spell. The conflict is far from over, but their love persists, even beyond magic. Beautiful Darkness begins with Macon's funeral in the Gatlin cemetery, where Ethan watches Lena consumed by grief and isolation. During the service, an incubus named John Breed gives Lena a small silver sparrow, an object whose true meaning is revealed later. As the days go by, Lena grows increasingly distant, avoiding Ethan and spending time with Ridley and the mysterious John. Forced by her grandmother, Lena returns to school in time for final exams, but things don't get any better between her and Ethan. The two of them often argue, especially over Lena's relationship with John Breed. Worried about Lena's erratic behavior, Ethan starts having strange visions and dreams that make him question his connection to the caster world. These visions lead him to uncover a complex network of underground tunnels beneath Gatlin known as the Caster Tunnels, a place where reality and magic intertwine in unexpected ways. In his quest to understand what's going on, Ethan turns to Olivia Liv Durand, a guardian in training working with Marion Ashcroft at the Gatlin Library. Liv knows the caster world inside out and quickly becomes one of Ethan's most important allies. Liv and Marion reveal to Ethan that he, too, is connected to the world of casters. He's a wayward, a mortal whose purpose is to guide a specific caster with whom he shares an unbreakable bond. Ethan becomes convinced that the caster he's bonded to is Lena. Together with Link, his best friend, they venture deep into the caster tunnels to find her and uncover the truth behind her strange behavior. They arrive at a caster bar where they find Lena dancing in John Breed's arms. Enraged, Ethan storms off and almost kisses Liv in a moment of anger. only to pull away at the last second. Back in Gatlin, Ethan tries to patch things up with Lena, but she reveals she's leaving town and casts a spell that prevents Ethan from telling anyone about it. After her disappearance, Ethan and Liv come to realize that Sarah Fine is behind it all, trying to force Lena's 17th moon and the choice that comes with it. Eventually, Ethan and his friends return to the Caster tunnels and find Lena in the middle of a dark ceremony led by her mother, Sarah Fine, who is attempting to force her to embrace her dark nature. In a moment of courage and love, Ethan intervenes, reminding Lena who she really is and of the powerful bond they share. Faced with choosing between light and dark, Lena defies all expectations and claims both, knowing that choosing just one would mean the death of everyone in her family. On the other side, they also manage to bring Macon back from the dead. He is resurrected after the confrontation. The group returns to Gatlin, but the aftermath leaves lasting scars. Link undergoes a shocking transformation after being bitten by John Breed, beginning his journey into becoming an incubus. Meanwhile, Ridley loses her siren powers, leaving her vulnerable and resentful. Ethan and Lena try to rebuild their relationship, fully aware that the choices they made have irreversibly changed their lives and the balance of the magical world. Beautiful chaos picks up with Gatlin plunging into disorder like never before. Catastrophic natural phenomena, plagues of locusts, record-breaking heat waves, and devastating storms ravage the town, mirroring the imbalance caused by Lena's decision to claim both light and dark. Meanwhile, Ethan begins to experience disturbing changes. He suffers from memory loss, recurring nightmares in which a mysterious figure chases him, and drastic shifts in his personality. Concerned, Ethan investigates and uncovers a chilling truth. His soul is split. During his earlier resurrection, his spirit was brought back too quickly, leaving part of it trapped in the other world. If left unresolved, he could lose himself entirely. At the same time, Alma, Ethan's maternal figure, begins acting increasingly erratic. It's revealed she made a dangerous pact to protect Ethan, adding another layer of tension. Caster powers begin to fail unpredictably, putting the entire magical community at risk. Amid this chaos, a prophecy emerges, one that speaks of the one who is two, a figure whose sacrifice is required to restore balance. At first, everyone believes this refers to Lena, but they later discover the prophecy is about Ethan. He is the one who is two. Faced with this truth, Ethan realizes he must sacrifice himself to save Gatlin. In a tearful goodbye, he gives Lena a map marked with all the places he once dreamed of visiting. She gives him her necklace of memories. At dawn, Ethan climbs the Gatlin water tower and prepares to jump, only to be stopped by the other half of his soul. The two struggle and fall together, fulfilling the prophecy and restoring balance to the Caster world. After Ethan's sacrifice, he wakes up in a dreamlike version of his home, WT's Landing, in the other world. He's reunited with his mother, Lila Evers W, offering a fleeting sense of peace. But his longing for Lena drives him to find a way back. Lena, devastated, is determined to bring Ethan back, even if it means allying with old enemies or risking everything. In the other world, Ethan learns from his Aunt Prudence Prue Statham that his death wasn't meant to happen. To return, he must tear his page from the Caster Chronicles, a mystical book that records the fate of all casters and mortals. To do that, Ethan must journey to the Far Keep. He needs 2 river eyes, smooth black stones, to cross the great river. One is held by Sola, the prophet, and the other by Lena, given by her great-aunt Twilight. Through clues and crossword puzzles published in the Stars and Stripes, Ethan contacts Lena, who sends the second stone with the help of Exu, a crow sent by Uncle Abner. Ethan crosses the river and meets Xavier, the gatekeeper, an exiled keeper. In exchange for Ethan's passage, Xavier demands something priceless: Abraham Ravenwood's Book of Moons. Lena, John Breed, Macon, and Link retrieve the book and send it through a ritual to Ethan. After passing through a labyrinth guarded by Sarah Fine, who sacrifices herself in an act of redemption, Ethan confronts Angelus, the Farkeep's leader. In a final act of courage, Ethan tears his page from the book, defeating Angelus and securing his return. Ethan wakes up at the water tower, reunited with Lena, but he learns Amma has traded her life for his. The town mourns her loss, but Ethan and Lena find comfort in their rekindled love and the balance they helped restore. And if you're still craving more, trust me, there's plenty. The Caster Chronicles didn't end there. Spin-offs, companion novels, and hidden secrets are still waiting to be told. But that's another story. Let me know in the comments what other topics you'd like to see covered on the channel. And remember, if you enjoy this type of video, the best way to support me is by leaving a like, subscribing, and turning on the notification bell. See you in the next one.